Alright, you guys, welcome back to Spirits and Souls, and I'm so excited to have you join me here in my sacred little space. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Queen Mother, your spiritual and metaphysical teacher. I'm here to teach you what spirituality is and how to provide you with all of the resources and tips and tools that you'll need along your spiritual journey as you create the person that you are destined to become. So in today's topic, we are diving into metaphysics spirituality, something which I am so excited to be able to discuss with you all today. Only because I can't wait to get into the juicy good tools and tips after this, which I find to be very so I do have my notes today. So if you see me looking down, then that's what I'm doing. I'm reading from my notes because I want to make sure I'm giving you a clear, precise understanding of what metaphysical spirituality is and not just kind of rattling off the top of my head. Okay, so jumping right into metaphysical spirituality, I'm going to give you the definition, which I want to say first, disclaimer, this definition is not mine. So just like I said, I want to make sure I give you the best definition and understanding of everything. So this is not my definition. So metaphysical spirituality is a science, a philosophy, and a religion, and it's based on the life, teachings, and demonstrations of all master teachers. It seeks to understand the invisible spiritual nature of all life, which transcends the physical material plane in which we now live in. So you're probably like, who are master teachers, right? Those master teachers are those infamous people such as Buddha or Albert Einstein, and some of the teachers that we have in today's, which I've covered before. So it takes all of their philosophies on how to improve yourself in your life using science in that space. Now, metaphysical spirituality, and that's why I wanted to make sure I broke down and specifically what metaphysics was, because I have so many components to it. So there's a lot to focus on. You have the science aspect, you have the philosophy, and you have the religion that falls into place. We'll be covering the philosophy and the religion aspect to it, not necessarily the science. Now, there will be aspects of some science that will fall into place, but I promise you all, this will not be like your high school or college science course. We're not breaking down formulas and all of that good stuff. So I'll just kind of explain it to you. So meta is to be known as above or beyond, whereas physics focuses on the real life of the life of where we are right now, the physical and spiritual aspects of where we are. So comparing those together with spirituality gives you a mixture of using science and what we know in our day-to-day life here and mixing it with our spiritual aspects. Now, metaphysics is philosophical. It focuses on explaining the fundamentals of nature and how humans inhabit the world, whereas spirituality is considered experimental because it focuses on self-discovery. Remember, we've been speaking about spirituality being about self-love, learning yourself, reinventing yourself on this journey. And I look at metaphysical as the tools that we use in our daily life and how we compound those together to get exactly what we want. So we're merging the two together. And this is where all of the fun stuff comes into place. You may have heard of like the supernatural aspect of it. You may have experienced deities and gods and using tools like our smudging, our and different herbs, candles, and using rituals, as well as the 12 universal laws and all of those fun, juicy tools that we get to use. So metaphysical and spirituality goes hand in hand, if that has not been obvious enough at this point. So spiritual metaphysicians believe that the separation of mind, body, and spirit is an illusion. That the universe is all about unity in any forms that exist within one. Basically meaning that all of this energy that we see and we get to experience all around us, we are all one. And because we are one, we have the ability to use other aspects of us, the person that we want to be. So if you can accept that everything around us is comprised of tiny little particles all around us, and that makes up each and every object, and it'll make it a lot easier to understand the fun parts of like quantum physics and what it means to when we use the universal laws. And that makes it very easy to understand all of those parts of what metaphysics is going to teach us and allow us to use. Okay, so in a nutshell, that is metaphysical spirituality. That's where a lot of those teachings that we previously, a lot of those teachers and things I previously shared with you, they discuss their techniques and their principles are from the metaphysical aspect of everything. So, guys, I'm so glad that is out of the way. I'm so glad I was able to come here and be your spiritual dictionary. That's how I feel right now, on what metaphysical science, spirituality is. So we're going to be diving in over the next few videos in my favorite topics, like the 12 laws. We're going to be, which I will be recording today, 12 universal laws. We'll be recording that today. We'll be covering divination. I'll be showing you how to smudge your home, how to set your intentions, how to use your mind to create the person that you, and the environment that you want to be, and get the outcomes that you want. I'll be introducing new products and other teachings to you after this. So I just wanted to make sure we covered what spirituality was and introduced you to what metaphysical was, so that way you can begin to use the juicy good tools that I'm going to have for you along the way, so that way you can go ahead and get started if you have not been starting. A lot of the things may seem a little bit repetitive because I had to kind of cover them a little bit in the previous videos, because that's just how much metaphysical and spirituality goes hand in hand. So I could not really speak about spirituality without talking a little bit about some of the tools and steps that you take along the way. We will dive into those in other videos. So I look forward to sharing all of those juicy tools with you. What I would like for you to do is, if you have anything in particular you want to discuss along this metaphysical teachings, and as we dive into other topics, please comment that down below, so that way I can make sure I'm not forgetting anything that you as a viewer would want to know and learn about. Until next time, this is Queen Mother. Talk to you later.
Are you all caught up? If not, check out some of these videos. I'm sure they'll help you along your spiritual journey. With love and light.